It takes wisdom to understand wisdom. I've always made myself clear in all my posts that if you cannot be a realist, you cannot think outside the box, and you cannot imagine things in a particular dimension that makes you to get understanding, you cannot stay on my page. I said to women or to ladies, go with the man that loves you. It doesn't mean you should not love the man. Submission is an high level of love. Submission is above love. I'm telling you. That's why even the scriptures itself does not lay emphasis on the love of the woman. Because God knows that if a man loves a woman, that woman will melt. If a man loves you, the love of that man will melt you. And to now submit to him will be convenient for you. So the love we are talking about is a love that we come from within. It's supposed to be mutual. But I was actually addressing ladies or women that ended up with a man that they were the one that wants. The man does not want them. In a situation whereby a lady or a woman is in love and she packed all her things to go and be staying with a man who has not paid her dowry, who has never told her he loves her, who has never even want her, eventually that man will finally brutalize you. There is no woman on earth that does not have somebody that is in love with her. But most of you women, you have decided to trash those ones that love you. You are chasing the ones you love. Do you know that if you consider this one that loves you, with the little mouth he is able to use and talk, you know, it's not everyone that has big mouth like us. There are some men that their mouth is big, whereby they can sweet talk you. Before you know it, they use frivolous things to attract you. Eventually, you ended up with them. In fact, a lot of women that end up with all these men that used to brutalize them, it is the wealth of that man they love, not even the man himself. But this other one that loves them, they don't want to see him. If you consider the one that is looking for you, you consider the one that loves you, you consider the one, that man that always wants your happiness, wants your peace, wants everything good for you, do you know that his love will melt your heart? For me to say go with the man that loves you, I'm not saying you should not love him. Because for a woman to submit, that means the woman has loved above, even beyond the level of that man. Why can't the Bible emphasize that the woman should love? It's not saying the woman should not love, but it's saying the woman should submit. Submission is an high level, is an hierarchy. It's a level that is even above love. That's why you see it's very easy for a lot of men to maltreat women, to take things away from them, because it's easy for a woman to express her love. It's easy for a woman to release what she has. You understand me? So, but once a woman feel loved, either genuine or counterfeit, she start releasing things that belong to her. That's why it's so difficult for a lot of women to stay away from the man that brutalizes them, because they love that man and they have submitted almost half of their love, the whole of their life to the man. So even withdrawing from him is not easy, it's not convenient, because the part of them has been with that man. So now we are saying, if it is the man that loves you, if you submit to him, you will not regret, because the man is in love with you. He loves you. Go for the one that loves you. A lot of women who are suffering today are suffering because they ended up with the man they love, not the one that loved them. Your love cannot change a man. It is your submission that will melt his heart. But this time around, he doesn't love you. So submission is not convenient for you. That is the reason why you see a lot of women suffering, even though they love the man, because the man has not loved them. But if you go for the one that loves you, with the little he has, the little mouth is able to convince you, and you pray for the discerning of spirit, so that you know the one that is truthful, the love that is genuine, not counterfeit. The love of a man will melt your heart. Everything can be copied on earth. You cannot copy the Holy Spirit. You cannot copy love. Unless you yourself, you are not truthful to yourself. But if you are truthful to yourself, you know the love of Christ, you know the meaning. Once a man is in love, you know what it means. Go for the one that loves you. Before you know it, you start developing interest, you start loving him. When you love him, that love will help you to be submissive. And it's love, because your love is towards the correct person. Your submission is towards the correct man, which is the one that loves you. I am not saying don't love the person you want to be with, but let it be you. You see, all the men on this earth have a lady that they are chasing. They have someone they are chasing. Go for the one that is chasing you, not the one you are chasing. And as a man, you are the one that will evaluate the love of a woman. It's not as if the woman should not love you. For a woman to have submitted to you, that woman has loved you even more than you love her, because submission is an hierarchy, is an high level of love. You understand me? So don't go for the man that you are chasing. Go for the man that is chasing you. Forget about that. In fact, as a woman, you can even be of help. You can even support a man. You understand? Hardly will you see a lazy man this time, a lazy woman this time around. Everyone is trying to work hard, but if you end up with a man that you are the one that is chasing, and that is the reason why you see them, they are the first to sit on the lap of the man. They are the first to ask to call him. They are the first to chat him. They are the first to ask him questions. They are the first to start conversation with him. A man that has never told you he even needs a wife. You start choking them. You start giving them trouble. You didn't allow all those men to relate with the women, the ladies they love. You choke them because of the little change in your pocket. You start buying them gifts. You start buying them things. Beautiful lady like you are. Even we, when we ugly, we know dey date people wey go do bad thing. But you wey be say you fine, you pretty, you everything packaging complete. You go and use your body to go and beg a man. You carry, some people will get frustrated, they will pack their things, they go and live in the house of the man that has not paid their dowry. At the end of the day, pregnancy will come. They will say, ó ti fẹ́ o, ó ti lóyún o, kó lọ fẹ́ náà ni. Eventually, the man will brutalize you because he never loves you. And at that time, you will have submitted everything, because when a woman is in love, she submits, she will all her life to that man. That's why the scripture is saying the man should love. It's not saying the woman should not love. It's not difficult for a woman to love. How is it easy for all this the men that are having counterfeit love? How is it easy for them to take things away from these women? Because women are vulnerable. Women are innocent. Before you know it, once she feel love, she feel that she's loved, she starts releasing everything. That is why I'm saying that one that you always call him, he won't pick your call. If you will have called him 10 times before he pick once, and he will still tell you he's busy. Why can't you stay away from him? And consider this one that is always looking for you, asking of you, is always after your safety, after your well-being. You understand? A lot of these men that talk to me will say, Stabose, leave them alone. They were the one that ended up with those that didn't love them. We that we love them, they didn't give us chances. They didn't give us opportunity. They didn't consider us. So a lot of women who are suffering today are suffering because they ended up with the man they love, not the one that loved them. If you consider a man that loves you, honestly, his love will melt your heart. His love for you will make you. Do you know that if you didn't like to eat beans and you live with someone who like eating beans, or maybe your husband like to eat beans, and you are cooking that beans because of your husband, you're tasting it, before you know it, gradually you will start liking beans. I'm telling you, a lot of you didn't love all these men that love you because you didn't consider them. You didn't give them time, maybe due to your own personal logistic. Don't go and end up with a man you are chasing. You are the one chasing him. Eventually, he now stay with you. And for men, don't allow any woman to force herself on you. Do not allow any woman to force herself on you, because we go and become a brutal man later. You understand? So that is what I'm saying. The woman too will love, because the love of the woman is even more. Because when you talk about submission is above love. It's above love. But it will be safe for you as a woman to be with the man that loves you, so that his love for you, it will protect you. It will not do anything to hurt you. And that is what I'm saying. You understand? Pray for the spirit of discerning. Pray that God should give you grace to discern. Because men can be deceptive, we understand. But do not end up with a man that you are the one looking for him. You are the one asking of him. You are the one chatting. A lot of ladies will even say, I sent him message over 2 weeks. He doesn't reply. Why are you still forcing yourself? The man has spoken. I really don't know why a lot of ladies have refused to understand. So please, this is it. Love, stay with the person that loves you until you develop love for him, and you will later discover that it is better to be with the man that loves you rather than the one you're chasing. Thank you, guys.